Berenguer's bearing down on goal. Here's Jamie McLaren. Another goal. It's Matt Simon, big moment. He cuts it back. And he's turn provided to get it back to 2-1. Danny De Silva. Is that the winner? A huge goal for the Central Coast Mariners. The man who leads out the Mariners for the 200th time. He'll play for the Central Coast Mariners. Local boy Matt Simon, who's moved away a couple of times, will always come back to the club, and it looks like he's going to be here until the end of his football career. Speaking of that team, let's check the team news. And Alan Stajic has made 3 changes. And, the steadiness continues at the back, but a blow in midfield. The excellent Ollie Bozanic is out with a sore shoulder, so it's a first start for the versatile Polish recruit Michał Janota. Youngsters Bowman and Quol dropped to the bench. Replacing them, Costa Rican World Cup star Marcos Reña and the star of the New South Wales NPL Grand Final last season, Jaden Casella. Matt Simon, of course, starts on a big night for him. Reña, who's played in 2 World Cups, scored in one of them. As for Melbourne City, Patrick Kisnorbo has elected to make 2 changes to the side, which fell to Perth on Sunday in what he called a flat performance. Scott Jamieson makes a return at left back. Ben Garuccio's 100th A-League appearance will have to come from the bench. Taras Gomulka will be sitting there too. Enigmatic Frenchman Florent Berenguer is in for his 2nd start of the campaign. Nathaniel Atkinson remains a substitute after providing spark as one of those on Sunday. Leaving no goals in 12, but 51 all told for the Central Coast Mariners. And speaking of goals, a man who was the last time he was here, he scored a hat-trick. Jamie McLaren, an incredible goal-scoring rate. Jamie McLaren, 38 appearances so far for Melbourne City and 30 goals. He leads the league in shots per game. He is a handful whenever he plays, will be tonight in City's wonderful away kit. Alan Stajic looking for a bit more from his side, ruining his luck on Sunday. Undone by a counter-attack in the second half by Wellington Phoenix, about their only foray forward. Can the Mariners go top? Second chance they get at it in the space of a couple of days. Patrick Kisnorbo called it flat, wants more out of his side. Beat ourselves, he said, against Perth Glory. Opportunity to rectify that situation a few days on. Now we're set, now we're away. Second time of asking City, as they do off the kickoff, looking for territory straight away. Adam Peacock alongside Andy Harper. Harps, you couldn't ask for a better evening for football.
Isn't it a beautiful, beautiful night? Been treated to plenty here over the years. This stadium, situated as it is on the Brisbane water, just looks magnificent. Playing surface in good nick. Palm trees with a great view of a team which has started well. Joint top of the comp, can go clear first in the A-League. The Mariners with a win tonight, big job in front of them. Coming off the loss as they are, and the loss that has stung Melbourne City last start.
City have created a nice little overload down this left side here. Berenguer with a floated cross. It does find Luna at the back. He can't get the shot off, so he elects to bring in Noonan. It's away for a corner.
Bit of an escape there for the Mariners.
Here's Clisby down this left-hand side. Early cross, early ball. Urania over the top.
Beautiful burst.
Clisby stretching for that one. It's pretty silky, isn't it, from Janota, the touches and the little movements to get himself in the right position to get on the ball. And speaking of on the ball in the right position, that's where Mariners want Danny De Silva facing forward. Casella, quick switch. Here's Matt Simon. Does he shoot? No. Little kick to the back post looking forward. De Silva to side there, Harps, nearly opening up a big opportunity. Look at those thundering hooves of Matt Simon. Trying to hunt him down, but they'll turn the ball over. Is Simon onside? Yeah, the flag stays down, and that's a smart save from Tom Glover off the boot of Danny De Silva.
Just excellent, excellent play from the Central Coast. Firstly, without the ball, their press was magnificent.
Stefan Negro finding Tonic, and they can play out. Casella's done really well to fight for that. And Stensness is harassed into a mistake, and they can use the open side here through Galloway, who's looking to link up with Craig Noon. Running at Clisby. Noon, we've seen him do magic from the right, and he's come up with a beauty of an assist. Adrian Luna is the man on the spot, and City have an unlikely lead.
That's a killer for Alan Stajic and the Mariners. They played so well. But one-on-one situation, Clisby just shows too much inside. It's too easy to beat. And Luna ghosts through, unchecked. That's the dangerous moment there. Birigidi beaten at the near post. No blame on the goalkeeper. And they haven't been in tune, but finally, Melbourne City hit the note.
Could get hit on the break here. Not quite. Well, that's sloppy from Stensness. Tries to rectify it straight away. Can't. Berenguer's bearing down on goal. Here's Jamie McLaren. Another goal for the man who can't stop scoring. He might have hurt himself, but he's doubled the advantage for Melbourne City in the midst of a very good 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, it's a horrible error from Stensness in giving the ball away, and then I think he compounds it by the rush of blood there to win the ball back, but he leaves Florent Berenguer completely open. It's a beautiful pass from the Frenchman. Clever, clever finish from Jamie McLaren. Birigidi trying to cover things up, has to go for the ball. Collects the player late, but there's no penalty in that. It's just a reward for Melbourne City.
Now it's the true test of character for Central Coast Mariners. And here's a chance to immediately strike back. Clisby, Casella, next to the tomato sauce bottle. Jack Clisby's off on a gallop down this left-hand side. He's got Matt Simon for company. If Clisby crosses first time, there's an opportunity presenting itself. It's good defending from Scott Jamieson, but there is a card. I'm not sure if it's going to be a card, but it's definitely a free kick. Jack Clisby was totaled after he got the ball across.
And interestingly, the referee says there's no advantage to be played. It's a yellow card for Stokes.
It's like the short corner in hockey. Penalty corner, I should say. Here's De Silva looking to the top of the box. Yanota. Tonic! Oh, what a save from Glover. He was in the right spot. He got everything of that. Ruan Tonic couldn't have struck it any better, just directionally. I reckon half a foot either side. It's 2-1.
And again, these are the way this is what the stats don't tell you. Tonic rising beautifully. Glover saves, second time. Birigidi is yet to get a save. No complaint there about Mark's performance as he was exposed by 2 errors.
De Silva. Cutting ball into Arena. Here's Matt Simon, big moment, he cuts it back. And he's turn provided to get it back to 2-1. Jaden Casella scores the goal after City get cut apart.
Well, they've had some good play today, but this is a beautiful goal to get back on the board. What about the awareness from the 200-man, the double Bradman? Matty Simon with the eyes up, squares it to Casella. He gets his first A-League goal. The ball through from Arena was beautiful. The awareness from Matt Simon, superb. The finish composed from Casella. It all started with the muscular, very muscular header on halfway from Gianni Stensness, and the Mariners back in it.
Clisby, maybe one last chance here for the Mariners at the death in the first half on a Wednesday night in Gosford. Tonic, bit of positivity about that first touch. Comes back, they're going to have to be quick here to make something of their movement forward in the end. Possession is gone. Perhaps that's that for the first half. It is. Gee, that was an enjoyable 45 minutes of football on a big night for Matt Simon. He turned provider to get Central Coast back into the game after Adrian Luna. Lovely finish. Jamie McLaren, another finish. Yet again for the 82nd time in the A-League before Matt Simon used all the nous built up over his long and storied career, not just here in Gosford, but elsewhere, to set up that young man, Jaden Casella, for the goal, which has the scoreline on a cloudless evening in Gosford. Central Coast 1, Melbourne City 2.
Melbourne City can just direct some possession to him. I think it's going to be very difficult to handle on that touchline. One-on-one.
Marcos Arena and De Silva. It's again handy defending from Noon, but it doesn't turn the ball over, and there's an opportunity still here for the Mariners. Down the right, and in the end it's Glover with a cross that was going to go in. Stensness. Oh, what a wonderful release that is down the right-hand side. Stefan Negro just floats it up to Matt Simon, who goes under the attention of Nathaniel Atkinson, and it's a penalty. Push in the back. The two blondies come together. The one in the Mariner yellow has got the ball in his hands on his milestone night and looking to make the most of it. Matt Simon has put it away and got the Mariners back level on the night of his 200th game for his beloved club. Runs straight over to the family. They're all going off. The chuckers, which he does after every goal.
He's very good from the penalty spot, Matt Simon. They're back level, the Mariners, where they at least deserve to be. It's been a good performance. Big challenge for Melbourne City now.
So what a game we've got on our hands now. It's really at a knife's edge. So important, obviously, who was going to score that second goal. And right now...
Alu Quoll, sorry, Bozza to break in. He's attracted three of them. He's won the free kick. That's Kieran Stokes done for the night. I was waiting to see who was going to cop the yellow. It's the young man, the 18-year-old, who's already in the book. So this last couple of minutes couldn't have gone any better for the Central Coast Mariners, and that's just Alu Quoll bringing a lot of attention to himself from the opposition. And can Kieran Stokes have much complaint? Perhaps.
Well, he was looking for help. He was beaten for pace. The hesitancy caught him badly. Matt Simon will fancy a pile driver from this range, given the occasion and how he's risen to it. Clisby good from set pieces as well, but I fancy the pile driver from Simon.
The run-up from the sauce bottle end. It's going to be Clisby, though. Straight into the wall. And then over it.
See, it should have been the pile driver. Party pooper, Clisby.
That was one of the biggest, longest runs. I haven't seen a...
He did. He came off the long run. It was like Michael Holding.
Clisby's corner is long. Stensness nods back in. Subaki not used to doing that, having to clear on the edge of his 6-yard box. Melbourne City, though, are used to playing with 10 men this season. This is the third time they've gone down to 10 men in this, just their 5th game. And last season it happened a bit as well. Collision, big collision. Casella smashed by Atkinson. Roston Griffiths not in the squad tonight. Nuno Reis, the new Portuguese defender, unable to get out of Melbourne because of quarantine restrictions until Friday. Tsubaki, that's a quick thinking ball, and first bit of danger for the Mariners defensively in a while. Could have switched out right there quickly. They were overloaded on that right. That's exactly where Rolls goes. Simon, Casella, Negro, far post, Danny De Silva, not exactly an aerial threat, was nearly with his feet.
Yeah, good ball, good run, nice setup from the Mariners, great defending from Atkinson.
Clisby's corner, finds Kai Rolls. Quoll gets in the way, was he offside? Flag still down, here's Tongyik. Quoll attacking. And Tom Glover saying horrible things about the assistant. There's a couple of players down. Qual's one of them. I think that point you made about Curtis Good, he is not comfortable at all. I think it's him at that back post.
Qual's onside. Melbourne City players looking for help from the officials.
They've had to travel, they've had a short turnaround, Melbourne City, and they're going to have to do it without defensive cover. Here's Danny De Silva! Is that the winner? Danny De Silva, one of the most talented players in the league, with potentially a huge goal for the Central Coast Mariners.
Well, they got some courage, these Mariners. Down 2 goals against one of the fancy teams in the competition. Is it the injury to Curtis Good that stops him winning that ball? Danny De Silva pinches it off Luna, toes it through to Qual, who makes a nuisance of himself. Maybe Curtis Good, 100% fit, gets that. But Danny De Silva pumps on and blasts it home. Glover's saved a couple for Melbourne City tonight, but he's not saving that. Down 2-0, up 3-2, the Mariners, 10 to play.
They've got the ball into the area twice. This is the 3rd time. Might eventuate in a chance. Clisby heads back across goal, giving an opportunity, and that is that first shot. It's the player that Central Coast do not want a shot going to. The guy that scored 82 times in the A-League, Jamie McLaren. Bowman heads away. Jamison goes out wide again to Luna, has a second crack. Skids off Tonyik's head to Simon. Oh, that's just by the post. It's Alec Mills, of all people, the young central defender. Melbourne City can't believe it's not a corner.
For the Mariners' first 2 goals, Gianni Stensness.
Now this is fitting. Oh, I thought he was going to turn his back. Instead, he's opened up play. They're going to have another shot here, the Mariners. I'm not sure Alan Stajic will be over the moon about it because there's still a little bit to go. There's still a few seconds left on the clock here. Even though we're past the minimum of 4, it is a minimum of 4 at the referee's discretion. Metcalf and Simon, he just tries to put his left boot through it. Bowman just running for the hills, basically. Curtis Good can't do anything about it. And on a big night for Captain Mariner, the main Mariner at the moment, in terms of experience and what he means to the club, Matt Simon on his 200th has got a win. He contributed heavily. His family love it. All the Mariners in attendance love it. Melbourne City don't. But that's the side story. The main story is that the Mariners have gone top. Tonyik and also Alu Kwai want to lift him on the shoulders and give him the... He's not retiring, guys. He's not done yet. Full-time in Gosford on an emotional night for Matt Simon's family, on a big night for the Central Coast Mariners because they've gone top. Central Coast 3, Melbourne City 2.